Hello there YouTube, it's your boy B3, back with another fantastic action figure review. Recently my partner has been getting some of his figures out of storage and been letting me review them. So today we are reviewing one of his favorite Godzilla figures in his collection, the Bandai Movie Monster series, 1954 Godzilla, or the original Godzilla. Now he loves this figure, and I love this figure's sculpt and size, though I have to say I'm not super keen on the paint job, unfortunately. Cool figure, but the paint on this one I do feel is lacking. So let's zoom out. My partner leaves the tags attached, so I will not be removing it for this video because he wants it to stay on. You can see 1954 Godzilla, and this is the domestic release of the figure that he got at Books A Million. Yeah, that's kind of our go-to for Movie Monster series figures. He has one near his family's home, and then there's also one kind of near us. But yeah, you see, because this would be all in Japanese on the Japanese release, $24.99 USD. Not terrible. It would cost more to get it from Japan, so I can live with that price. I see a lot of $29.99s these days as well, so it's really not that bad. But I do like the style of the tag. Now the figure itself has a really cool sculpt. I do wish the tail articulated. It's a glue seal there. I don't know why they couldn't just let that be articulation. But that's fine. I can live without it. The arms do a 360 thing, both of them. And so do the legs. You might have to pull it out a little so it doesn't hit the arm and make sure the arm is up. But it does rotate. Yoop. There we go. Now, that's cool. That's fine articulation. Once again, I feel like the tail should move, but I can live without it. My big gripe is the paint, because as you can see, the sculpt is fine. It's a fine looking Godzilla, and lots of nice little details, actually some incredible little details in the spines. But a lot of these Movie Monster series, the paint usually doesn't make it all the way down the tail. This one doesn't even make it all the way down the back. It's not just like a spray painted white, it's more of a cautiously applied white, which I like. And he's got this tuft of white on the head, which gives him a little character. The eyes are painted, the teeth are painted. That all works, but the claws aren't painted on the hands or feet, which makes him seem kind of bland, kind of lifeless. The only paint is the teeth, the eyes, and then these little tufts of white. I don't know. This guy, for $24.99, I feel like needs more paint. And there are multiple versions of the 54 out there, even just within the Movie Monster series. So there are options, but this is a more recent release. I feel like it should just have more paint. It just should. Anyway, let's get into size comparisons. First up, I want to show him with his own line. Here he is with the Movie Monster series Godzilla Filius, who I don't believe has a... No, I'm pretty sure he does not have a domestic release. Yeah, even Godzilla Filius seems to have a little more paint than him, because it's got all this metallic stuff going on the hands and feet, and his spines are actually painted all the way down, almost to the tip of the tail. But size is what we're going for here, and I do think they look good together size-wise. I'm not going for 100% accuracy, more cool factor. And we do plan on putting all our Movie Monster series Godzillas in a display together, so I think this will work for that display. Anyway, let's move Filius out of the way and move in an Ultraman figure. This is one of my partner's Ultraman figures. It is the Ultraman Sophie series original Ultraman. So this is basically just the US release of the Spark Doll 66 Ultraman. So 2 US releases together from Bandai. This is nice. I actually quite like this scaling. This is more of a 6-inch scale compared to a 4-inch scale, but the 4-inch scale Ultraman kind of look better with 6-inch scale kaiju, so that's nice. Now let's move that Ultraman to the side and show one of the Japanese Ultra Hero Series 500 Ultraman with the Spark Doll Ultraman Ginga Sturm. Pretty cool. I mean, it's really the same, so it also works really well. Yoink. And then how about a larger Ultra Hero Series figure from 2006 with a Hunter Knight Tsurugi. This is Ultraman Hikari's armored form. Doesn't work quite as well with Godzilla, but still it's fine. It'll look fine on a display. Let's take you out of there and show the Ultra Monster Series Alien Bolton. This is another Sparkdoll scale figure. Godzilla could kick that puppy around like a soccer ball, but I don't know how well Godzilla would fare against its reality warping. So, this kaiju might be able to take Godzilla for all he's worth, actually. It's a very powerful monster. And then we have the YMSF Gabara that I got many a year ago. Oh god, it's been over a decade. I got this Gabra 13 years ago. Christ. Anyway, he's really cool. I think he looks fun with this Godzilla. Because you can see the actor's head in Godzilla would be here in the neck. Same with Gabara. That's a pretty normal amount of... I mean, I would prefer maybe something like this, but I think this works fine enough. And Gabara has better paint. Yoink! Next up, how about an older Ultra Monster Series figure with the 1999 Ultra Monster Series King of Mons from Bandai. This looks pretty fun. I would prefer if King of Mons was a little bigger to really look Godzilla in the eye a bit better, but I think this works really nice. They could fight for the title, you know? Really cool. So let's get the King of Mons out of there and throw in a domestic with the NECA 2019 King of the Monsters Godzilla. Size-wise, I think these work wonderfully together. They really, really do. I quite like it, which is why I often display mine together. So let's get you out of there, Mr. Fella. And one more domestic Godzilla. We have the Playmates Godzilla Terrestris from Singular Point. This is, of course, a kind of shorter Godzilla, but he is longer. So yeah, I think this would work in a display as well. I would really like the movie Monster Series version of this guy. I love Singular Point a lot, actually. So, I need to get that. And last but not least, I want to show this Godzilla with a dinosaur. You know, dinosaurs were such a huge inspiration for Godzilla as well as many other kaiju. So here is the Safari Limited 2021 Spinosaurus. That's fun. Looks like it could be Godzilla's pet. Obviously, this isn't to scale or anything, but if you display your kaiju and dinosaurs together like I do, then this will work really great for you. So all in all, what are my final thoughts on the domestic release of the Bandai Movie Monster Series 1954 Godzilla? I mean, it's a little underwhelming, paint-wise. Once again, this is a really solid sculpt. The sizing is great. The articulation is as expected. I can live without the tail joint. But $24.99. Since this is a domestic release, I'm a bit less forgiving about the price point. I mean, when I have to get these from Japan through a proxy or something, I understand the price a little more, or when it's been brought over by somebody and it's something that's never been released in the States and someone's selling it secondhand on eBay. Once again, those higher prices I kind of get, but $24.99 I think would only really be justified if he had more paint. I need more paint on those claws, a little more on the spines. He just needs more paint. But other than that, I think it's a pretty good figure. So if you want a nice vinyl 54 Godzilla, and don't really care that much if it's painted up super well, this might be a good one for you. It really might be. Once again, it's not a bad figure at all. It just needs more paint. So that is it. Thank you all very much for your support. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out all the cool links down below, and I will see you all next time. Bye for now.